there, my name is Brooke Schneider, and I am currently a first grade teacher in the Scottsdale Unified School District at Yavapai Elementary School. I currently teach all subject areas to my first graders, and I'd like to discuss my early math experiences when I was in elementary school. I always struggled with math, and I really remember explicitly struggling starting in third grade, and it was always a struggle since then, all the way up until college. I did have a wonderful teacher in fifth grade that was really able to give me a lot of strategies and techniques that I hadn't been taught before, and that was able to really give me an opportunity to master a lot of the math concepts that I had struggled with in third and fourth grade. These math experiences have definitely shaped me as a teacher because I'm very conscious of children that are struggling with math, and it's interesting because I had so much trouble with math as a student, but then now that I'm teaching math, last year I taught fourth grade, and I've taught first grade and pre-K, and now that I'm teaching math, it's my favorite subject to teach because I think that I had such a difficult time understanding it that I know the way that I would have wanted it presented to me, and that's why I present it to my students. And I've been very successful in teaching math concepts to my students in my first 5 years of teaching. My first exposure to math was within my home and obviously at school and in the classroom. I raised horses with my family, and so a lot of the feeding and scheduling and training type of things we used a lot of math for, so that was probably my first exposure in the real world. And otherwise, just through games and things I played with my family and friends, I was also exposed to math at an early age, and obviously throughout the time I was in school. As a mathematician, I viewed myself then as a very weak mathematician and that I was really struggling and couldn't do it. And now I actually feel as if I'm a strong mathematician. I've been able to see it from a struggling point of view as well as an adult teacher's point of view. And now I like to think of myself as a better mathematician, maybe not a great one, but definitely better than I was as a child and as a student. As I reflect on being a mathematician, it really does steer the way that I teach because I always want to make sure those kids that are struggling are getting the help that they need, and mostly that the teacher or myself is being patient with them to give them the chance, because I just remember sometimes just struggling, just not having an answer and just not knowing what to do. And I really appreciate the teachers that were patient in giving me those strategies and giving me that time to understand and know that I was trying. And that's definitely how I try to present myself to my students at all times, especially with math. My impact on the classroom will hopefully be strengthened by these because of the understanding I have, the patience that I have, and hopefully I'll be able to make my students just as successful as I was. And I want to be that fifth grade teacher that I had that clears up math for those children that are really struggling, because it can be a very difficult concept. And I just want to be the teacher that believes in them and that will give them the time and the strategies that they need in order to be successful.